Welcome everybody, this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and we're playing 2021. You know, I look for inspiration wherever I can find it, and last night I was watching a game between the Padres and the Reds, and it was an amazing, exciting, come from behind Reds victory, and it was Stevenson who got the hit to right against Melanson after he had loaded the bases, and outstanding game, a lot of fun, and it inspired me. I had the Padres from a game I played about 10 days ago, so all I had to do was print up the Reds. It took me 5 minutes to look at the box score and write in the names. I added the fielding and the speed. Those are two things you have to know a little bit, and I guide myself by stolen bases. Like if I see you have an 11 to 15, you know what? I'm going to give you a fast automatically. Catchers get automatic slows. Sometimes first basemen may get an automatic slow. It all depends on how much I know, and then I look, of course, you know, at stolen bases. Do you have a bunch of stolen bases? Then I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I won't give you slow. You won't get a fast, but you're not going to get a slow. So I use my own little methods to do that, plus what I know and from watching the games and from knowing the players, and I look if they're a veteran status in the outfield without being, you know, a guy that's already aging. I will give him a 2. If I know the guy has, you know, questionable defense, or I don't know him because he just came up, I may give him a 1 until I find out, wow, this guy's really good. Now, if he's fast, I'll generally lean towards the 2. So I have little hacks that I use, mental hacks, you know, and this all in addition to whatever I know from watching the recaps and from seeing the players play and that sort of thing. So I add all that up together. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect every time, but it doesn't mean that every great outfielder is a great outfielder every day. Some days he's not as good as other days, you know. So that's the way I kind of play it. So once I find out that, hey, this guy is really, really good, then I'll just go back and change it. I can change it by hand, or I can change it. I can go into Steve's card computer and fix it myself. So let's get started here with the game. Let me do the Padres lineup. So let's go to the lineups here. It's going to be Grisham, the center fielder, Tatis, the shortstop, and Cronenworth batting third at second base. Machado, the cleanup hitter, at third base. Hosmer, the first baseman, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Will Myers, the right fielder. Seventh is Jurickson Profar in left field. Webster Rivas, the catcher, batting eighth, and batting ninth is Ryan Weathers, the pitcher. And the lineup for the Reds is going to be Jonathan India at second base. Batting second is Jesse Winker, the left fielder. In right field, batting third is Nick Castellanos. Cleanup is Tyler Stevenson, the catcher, batting fifth. Joey Votto, the first baseman. Veteran Joey Votto has been around a long time. Alejo Lopez, batting sixth at third base. Aristides Aquino in center field, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Kyle Farmer, the shortstop. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Luis Castillo. Will be the pitcher, Castillo. That's the Reds. So it's going to be Weathers versus Castillo, a pretty good pitching matchup. And let's get started. I'll show you how to play. These cards are free, and of course you make a contribution if you choose to. And then of course you can find the boards at the APA site as well. And I'll show you how to play. So we're going to roll 2d6, and I'll show you how to read them. It's a 56, and we look at the card. It gives us a 14. I look at the board under fielding column B, and that's a base on balls because the pitcher is not a ZZ. So we got to walk. All right, so Grisham is on with a base on balls. Next batter is Fernando Tatis, and that's a 15. That's line base hit to left center field, and making it to third base is Grisham. So it's first and third, and Tatis is always a threat to steal, so you better keep an eye on him, and Castillo throws over a couple of times. Let's move this runner over to third. Didn't do that right. There we go. And I'm using IScore, so you can see how easy that works to keep your stats and gives you a box score as well. Sometimes I write, so I have nothing wrong with writing, and I love what other guys do when they kind of do the old school paper and pencil. There's one guy that does actually 3 games at once. He has basically 3 games on one sheet, which is pretty amazing. Uses graph paper for that. So first and third, and Cronenworth is coming to the plate. He's a lefty batter. I didn't make him a lefty, so I can do that right now. I just click on his name and turn him around. There he is. So he should be batting from the other side now. Jake Cronenworth with runners on first and third. We're going to concede the run, keep the infield halfway for the double play. And here's Luis Castillo versus Jay Cronenworth. And that's a 26, and that's strike 3, and he strikes out Cronenworth. Someone who doesn't strike out all that much. But Castillo gets him with the nice slider. So there's one out. Here comes Manny Machado. Manny Machado, key player for the Padres. Signed for a ton of cash, for sure. For sure. Here's a pitch, and that is a 43, a 29. Let's see what happens there with runners on first and third. A 29 is going to be right back to the pitcher, and Castillo picks it up, looks at third, holds Grisham, fires to first in time. So 1-3, runner moves, holds at third, but he moves over to second base. So now we got second and third. So 2 men in scoring position for the lefty Hosmer, and we'll switch him around. When I input these names, I don't do every little, I kind of do it as I go. All right. And so it's Eric Hosmer. And here's a pitch from Castillo. That's a 42, and that is strike 3. And Luis Castillo works himself out of a jam here in the first inning. It's going to be Jonathan India. So here in the bottom of the first inning, we use the yellow shaker. This is a must. And here's a pitch, and that's a 43, and that's a bouncer right back to Ryan. Ryan Weathers comes off the mound, picks it up, over to first, one away. So one down for Weathers. And next up is Jesse Winker, left-handed hitter. Do we make him a lefty? Let's do that. There you go. We'll make him a lefty. I just like to see it. Sometimes it makes a difference when you bring in a reliever. If you play the extra rules, the additional rules. Hit hard, grounded up the middle. Farmer gets there. Throw to first, and in time. Great play by Kyle Farmer. And here's Nick Castellanos. Right-handed hitter, having an outstanding year, and that's a line drive base hit to left center field. Played on a hop by Jerks and Profar. So we got a 2-out single by Nick Castellanos. He's from Davie, Florida. I've been there many times. Tyler Stevenson, slow catcher, gave him a 7. Don't know that he's an established defensive catcher just yet. Bats from the right side. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Oh, and we're gonna count that. Actually, that's a foul ball, a souvenir for a lucky fan. Let's do it again. That's a 55, and that is gonna be a bouncer to third base. Up with it, Machado fires to first, and that retires the side. And here's the pitch, and that's a 44, and that's going to be line base hit center field, played on a hop by Aquino. And here's Jerickson Profar with a runner on first base. And that's a 63. That's a fly ball in the gap. After it is Aquino, and Aquino runs it down. Aquino playing center field. Nice catch. Read it well right off the bat. So it's a fly ball, center field. F8 if you're scoring at home. And back to first goes Myers. Here's Webster Rivas. Got some power, 46, and that is ripped to the shortstop. Farmer flips underhand to India. India back to Votto, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. Right, bats from the left side. Let's put him on the left side. It's always good to see the guy batting from his correct side. And that's a deep drive to right field. Back goes Myers to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. Joey Votto connects and gives the Reds a 1-0 lead. And you didn't see that, but this is the key number here for Appa. There it is. I got that in view now. Drives one deep to right and puts the Reds up 1-0. Here is Alejo Lopez, the third baseman. 29. That's a comebacker. Again, Weathers underhands it to first, and that's out. Number 1. Here is Aristides Aquino. He's from Santo Domingo, right-handed hitter. And that's a bouncer to the second base, and then Cronenworth charges, fires to first, And that's out number 2. And here's Kyle Farmer. And the nice thing about iScore is you see all the players on the field. You know, something you don't see when you look at a score, you know, a page with writing on it. Some actually, I really like this score sheet right here. You can see that. It has the field at the bottom, so you can actually write the players in and look at that. But it's just nicer to have the colors and all that. I don't know. All right, here goes. It's a 26, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side. So Farmer swings and misses at a pitch outside the zone. Or at least it ended outside the zone. It started inside the zone. And the pitcher's up now in the top of the 3rd for the Padres. Ryan Weathers, here's a pitch, and that is a ground ball right back to Castillo. Picks it up, throws out Weathers, 1 away. Grisham is, he walked, and it shows you right there what the player does. What he did the last at bat's another nice thing. A 33, that's a drive. That's going to be a gapper. And that's going to roll. That's deep, and back goes Aquino to the track, and that's out of here. Trent Grisham ties the ball game with a home run. Game is all tied. 2 solo shots, 1 from each team, ties the ball game at 1 apiece. So yeah, these guys have a lot of home runs on their cards. This is modern baseball, my friends. All right, so Fernando Tatis, here's a pitch to Tatis, and that's a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. Next up is Cronenworth. Oh, what do I have this in there for? Wait a second, and I can't see it. That's a 26. That's a strikeout. Back. And that's the end of the inning. And it's Luis Castillo's up. And here's the pitch from Weathers to Castillo. That's a 65. That's popped up behind the plate. And near the stands. And Webster Ribas makes the catch. Here's Jonathan India. India's 0 for 1. He grounded out. And that's a 35. And that is hit by pitch. So he gets plunked. Heads down to first base. Right on first, 1 out. Jesse Winker. Pitch to Winker. That's a 34. That's a drive to center. And Grisham runs it down. So he hit it well. But Grisham was able to run it down the second time he's robbed Winker. Here's Nick Castellanos. And a 35, and that is going to be a ground ball hit hard. Tatis up with it, flips to Cronenworth, and that retires the side, 6-4. So Manny Machado's coming up. He's from Hialeah, Florida. Been there as well. All over South Florida. I lived in South Florida before I came out to Texas in the crash, 2008. Here's the pitch to Machado. That's a high pop-up. Aristides Aquino in center makes the catch, 1 down. Pretty good game so far, 1-1. And that is bounced to the third baseman. Alejo Lopez scoops it over to first. High throw, but nice stretch. Nice stretch by Joey Votto. And here's Will Myers. Myers is 1 for 1 with a single. And that's a 56, and that's popped up. Middle of the infield, Kyle Farmer calls it. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. One thing about APBA, it's a very quick game. That's why a lot of guys like playing full seasons. They can play the games very quickly. That's one advantage of it, okay? It's not about racing through a game. It's just that it plays very quickly. Once you know the results, you memorize the results very easily. And that's a swing and a miss by Tyler Stevenson, and he goes down on strikes. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next is Joey Votto. Votto's 1 for 1 with a home run. And he lines one here. And no, that's a catch in center field. And next is Lopez. 2 out. And I can't see that. That's a 33, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. And Tatis gets there, spins, throws to first in the dirt, but nice scoop by Hosmer. And that retires the side. So Tatis made a nice, showed range on that, flashing a little bit of leather, and so was first baseman Hosmer, who's known for his defense. Jurickson Profar leading off here in the top of the 5th inning, all tied at 1. And that's going to be a 31, which is ball 4. So Profar walks. He's on at first. Webster Rivas, no bunting. And that's going to be, a 9 is going to be bounced. It's bounced to the third baseman. Moving to second is Profar. 1 down. And here's the pitcher, Weathers. Oh, foul ball. Souvenir for a lucky fan. And the 16 is, that's a shortstop, picks it up in the hole. So he's going to look the runner back to second, throw to first. 2 down. iPad, and you can get, you can get it for about $80, $70 even, $80. I've had it for a couple of years now. It's a good investment because I'm able to use, you can't use this on your computer. It's got to be on a pad of some kind. Grisham is up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a home run. And he's batting here with a runner in scoring position. It's Profar at second. I don't know if you can see that. Profar at second and Grisham at the plate. He's a left-handed hitter. We got to put him to the left side. In case there's a relief pitcher later, that'll play a role. That'll play a factor. All right, here goes. Here's a pitch from Castillo. And that's a fly ball left field. Winker near the line and makes the catch to retire the side. Flips the ball to a fan. All right, so Aristides Aquino's up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Playing 2021 baseball. Just printed these out. Took me 5 minutes to set them up. 10 minutes maybe, 5 to 10 minutes. And then, of course, another 3 or 4 minutes to cut. Here's a pitch. 56, and that's a swing and a miss. And down goes Aquino on strikes. Kyle Farmer's up with a 36, and that's popped up middle of the infield. Second baseman Cronenworth, he calls for it, 2 down. I know pretty much the roles and what they say. Once I see the number on the card, I memorized it. So I've been playing this just a little bit. It's a 51. It's a swing and a miss, strike 3, high cheese. Gets Castillo swinging, and we go to top of the 6th inning. 1-1, the score. This is a replay of last night's game. I watched it. I was inspired, and I take inspiration when I feel it. Don't want to mess around and wait for anything major to happen. Because if you don't take those small inspirations, you won't have the fun of kind of replaying it and thinking about all the players and baseball. Here's Fernando Tatis. That's a ground ball hit at Jonathan India. He gloves it, sidearms it to first, and that's 1 down. So Tatis bounces out to second base. Always a hitter that you want to get out easily. It's always a victory when you do, because he is one that, with 1 swing of the bat, I think he's in the league leaders for home runs. This is Cronenworth, and he swings and misses. Strikes out for the 2nd time today. With 2 outs, here's Manny Machado. And that is ripped to the shortstop. Kyle Farmer backhands it, throw to first, and in time, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. For Luis Castillo, here comes Jonathan India. So if you're a Reds fan or a Padres fan, this is a fun game for you to watch because you know the players a little bit better than I do. And you're always welcome to make any comments, and I'll make any adjustments to speed or fielding. Those are things you do have to input yourself on these. And that is a 65, which is a pop-up behind the plate. Webster Rivas flips the mask away and makes the catch. Jesse Winker's up next. And a 42 is going to be ball 4, so Winker walks. He's going to be in the All-Star game, from what I understand. Nick Castellanos with Winker on at first and 1 out. It's all tied at 1 here. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Both starting pitchers are still in the game. And that is ripped to the shortstop. Tatis flips to Cronenworth, a throw to Hosmer, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. And here comes Hosmer. Castillo to Hosmer in the top of the 7th inning. And that's a 42. That's a swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes. Will Myers steps into the box. The pitch and a 46. And curveball got him. Myers flails at it. 2 down. And here's Jerickson Profar. He's 0 for 1, a fly out and a walk. And that's a 13. That's ball 4. So Profar, a 2-out walk, hits the first base. With that, but it's automatic stolen bases. You have to have a, if he had a asterisk next to that 14, which is a walk number, then he would steal now, but that's how it works. So here's Webster Rivas. Here's the pitch, and that's a 62, and that is going to be a, we're going to actually read it straight off the book today. I usually go in and I have access to the random chart, but I don't right now, and that 36 is going to be a wild pitch, and runner will move to second base, so the go-ahead run is in scoring position now. I have a randomizer I use, and you can, if you go to Universal Baseball Association, the randomizer is up there. You can just scroll down through it or just ask somebody and we'll get it for you. Otherwise, just search it on Google. Here's Webster Rivas with the go-ahead run at second base. Here's the pitch. That's a 24. That's a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So Castillo gets out of that inning. They leave a runner on second. And we move to the bottom of the 7th, so it's the 7th inning stretch. Stevenson's leading off. We're going to see if we can get both our pitchers to go at least. The longer they go, the better. Every inning that you can pitch them. Weathers is due up next, so he'll get replaced. So I'm going to try to do it that way. See if Weathers can get through this inning. That's a 56, and that is ball 4. So a base on balls to the catcher puts the go-ahead run on first. Here's Joey Votto. Joey Votto's has a home run and a flyout. Here's the pitch to Votto, and that's a 23, which is a 12. And a 12 is going to be a ground ball hit to short. Flips to second. Throw to Hosmer, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. So Votto grounds out into a double play, and that erases the walk. 2 outs now, and nobody on. And we go to Alejo Lopez. Here's a pitch from Weathers, and that is a 51, which is a fly ball right field. That's in the gap. Myers after it, and he gets it, runs it down. Nice catch by Will Myers, and that retires the side. The pitcher's up. We're going to see a pinch hitter. A bouncer right back to Castillo. He picks it up. High throw to first, but Votto with a nice stretch. So Naquin grounds out, and here is Trent Grisham. And that's a 64, which is a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. 2 down. Fernando Tatis. And that's a deep drive off the bat of Tatis. Back goes Winker to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. 2-1. Padres. The Padres have taken a 2-1 lead thanks to a power shot by Fernando Tatis. And here's Jay Cronenworth. 2-1 now. And Castillo wishes he had that pitch back. This is bounced to the shortstop. Farmer waits back now, charges, fires to first, and gets Cronenworth. All right, it's going to be Adams on the mound for the Padres. And it's going to be Aquino, Farmer, and then the pitcher. And we'll probably see a pinch hitter for the pitcher Castillo here in this inning. And Adams is an A pitcher, so he's quite a good pitcher. He's an XY, that tells you he has strikeout potential, good strikeout potential, and then a W, that tells you he can be wild. And those will come up on the chart, and it'll say, well, it's a ground out, or if the guy has a W, it'll say it's a walk, that sort of thing. So it'll tell you, so you just play it the same. And here we go. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The score is 2-1 on the Tatis homer. The solo shot in the top of the 8th. Padres are up, and here's a pitch, and that's a pop-up. But with the W, I believe that's going to be a base on balls. And note, with the bases empty, it is a pop-up. And right there is Rivas, makes the catch, 1 away. So Aquino pops up. And next batter, let's move this up. Let's just and here's Kyle Farmer. And that's going to be a 24, which is a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. So we get a pinch hitter for Castillo. That's usually how I play it. I make the changes. Generally, I'll make changes for the pinch hitter. I'll pinch hit for pitchers, you know, automatically. And if I know somebody's really bad, I will also do that. So they use. I'm using the same pinch hitters they used last night. So they used Akiyama. So let's do it. And I want to make sure that Akiyama is not coming in as a pitcher. So let me redo this. So it's going to be Castillo, Akiyama. Just click him, save, and good. All right, so he shouldn't be in there. I don't want him in there as a pitcher because if you don't be careful, it gives you the option to bring him in as the replacement pitcher. So that's, you got to be careful. It didn't come up there for some reason. But a lot of times that'll come up. You got to click no, because if you don't click no, he's going to be put in as a pitcher, and then you're going to have him listed in the box score as a pitcher. So you want to avoid that. So here's Akiyama with 2 out, nobody on, in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch from Adams, and that's a 35. A 35 is going to be a ground ball to Hosmer. Flips to Adams covering, and that retires the side. 3-1. All right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be Machado, Hosmer, and Myers. Going to get a new pitcher for the Reds. Brad Brock is going to come in. So we're going to bring in Brad Brock. Let's put him in, write him in. He is a BXY, so I write all that in so I can see it. I don't have to look at the card. There it is. He throws from the right side. Highlight him. Save. He should be in. There he is, in pitching. Okay, so Brad Brock is pitching for us for the Reds here in the bottom of the, in the top of the 9th inning. 2-1 Padres. Here's a pitch, and that's a 13. That's ball 4. So Machado walks on at first. Brock throws over a couple of times. Keeps him close. Hosmer not going. Here's a pitch to Hosmer. That's a deep drive. Let's see what's gonna happen there. And that's gonna be 1 hop off the wall. Machado, is he fast? He is fast. He's gonna come around to score. And the score is 3-1. RBI double for Hosmer. Let's redo that. In play, double. Run scores, and we'll double check that on the chart. As you can see, runner on first against a B pitcher. 6, double over first, F scores in parentheses. With 2 outs, any runner score. So here's Will Myers with a runner on first base. Pitch from Brock, and it's a 61, which is a strikeout. So he strikes out Myers. It's a 3-1 score now. RBI double by Hosmer, who's at second base. Next up is Profar. Profar with a 26. That's a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. 2 out, and here's Webster Rivas. And that is a fly ball popped up left field. Jesse Winker in, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But the Padres pick up an insurance run. All right, so it's going to be Jonathan India leading off against Melanson here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now, last night, the Reds were able to come back to win the ball game in the bottom of the 9th. And tonight, I don't know what's going to happen. It's 3-1 right now. Here's pitch. And that is a 54. That's a drive in the gap. Back goes Myers to the wall and makes the catch. Right up against the wall. So India gave it a ride. Here's Jesse Winker. Got good power, Winker. Got a 1 at 11 and a 1 at 66. So 1 out, bottom of the 9th. 3-1 Padres. The Reds are down to their last 2 outs. And that is a hard hit ground ball right to Cronenworth at second. gloves it, fires the first, and in time, 2 down. So the Reds are down to their last out. It's Nick Castellanos. Here's the pitch, and that 61 is strike 3, ball game over. And Melanson picks up a save. He's the league leader in saves. So he will save it. He will. And I'll show you how to send yourself the box score now. You exit. And we're going to give Weathers the victory. Melanson's going to get a save. We'll go over the line score. The loss is going to go to Castillo. And so the final score is 3-1 Padres. They come into the Reds home stadium and they beat them 3-1. The Padres had 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. The Reds had 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. And Ryan Weathers with the victory. Luis Castillo takes the loss. Melanson picks up a save. And now all you do is see at the bottom where it says email. You click on that. So you go here. I will write this up and put it on Universal Baseball Association Facebook group for you to see. Send it to myself. Go to my computer and just screenshot it. And that's it. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 2021 baseball. Have fun, guys.